In this video, we're going to talk about content. This is how you get the message out there about not just the cool work that you're doing, but also how your stories and your why relate to it and why you bring something so uniquely valuable to the table that no other expert in your field is doing. Now, if you've been using something like ChatGPT and training it to sound like you, and you've been training it on your brand voice, and you feel like you've gotten it to a pretty good point where it writes content just like you would, and then you go to post it and then find that it isn't bringing in the kind of opportunities or engagement that you were really hoping it would. Now, part of it is how consistent you are with your content, and you've probably heard that before, but let me break that down as well. Consistency with content isn't about how many times you post. Let me say that again, because this is the biggest misconception about content consistency out there. Content consistency has nothing to do with how many times you are posting in a day. It has everything to do with what you are posting about when you do post. You want to make sure that you are creating content that your audience is actively searching for. So if you remember, this was one of the circles that we covered in step 1 when you were uncovering your why and your story and your unique value. We talked about making sure that it actually connects with a clear audience need right now, right? So you want to make sure that any questions that your audience is asking, if they're going on Google, ChatGPT, or a different LLM or different AI, you want to know about that so that you can answer those questions in your content. Not only will that help you establish your thought leadership because you're answering questions that your audience is actively searching for right now, it's also going to help all the different algorithms on the platforms that you're posting on show your content more and to the right audience, because it can see the algorithms already know that their audience is searching for these things. And so if you know the same things that the algorithms know about what your audience is searching for, and you are providing unique and valuable content to answer those questions on an ongoing basis, that's where the consistency comes from. Now, our clients have used this method to turn around their social media content within a week. And I'm talking about users who hadn't posted on social media in over 5 years. I'm talking about people who have been posting consistently every single day and not getting any engagement. As soon as they had this one little shift where they were tapping into what their audience is searching for, they suddenly started to get not just higher engagement, but opportunities opening up from podcast hosts, from event hosts, starting to reach out to them and asking them if they would be willing to share their story on their stages and platforms. So it is pretty magical what happens when you change the way you create content to not just have your story or your brand voice or something that you think your audience is searching for, but instead matching it to what your audience is actually searching for, matching it to actual search data. Where do you find that data? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in the next video. How you actually get this 3-step system working for you and your personal brand in a way that keeps you hands off, focused on whatever it is that you're doing for your business, for your work, and letting your personal brand continue to grow and build on itself. So I'll see you there.